lives. As I said earlier, trying to keep his memory alive.
Two moms who lost their sons overseas have finally found a way to do just that. They're starting a children's library at the U of I in their names.
The library will be at the Ches Family Foundation Center for Wounded Warriors. It's their way of honoring their sons and inspiring kids in military families. WCIA3's Luke Ray is here with us now. And Luke, they're calling it the Star Miller Children's Library.
Aaron, that name is a combination of the two fallen soldiers, Seth Miller and Lucas Starkovich. After their deaths in 2007 and 2008, their mothers became friends and wanted to honor their sons. Eventually, they realized the best way to do that is through books. Joy Henderson picks out a few books her son loved as a kid. She says between childhood and the military, there was always a book in his hands.
And in fact, when he died, in his knapsack out in the field, he had the latest Harry Potter book. He was always reading.
Seth Miller was killed in a freak vehicle accident in Germany, where he was stationed in 2008. At his wake, his mother met Ava Thompson, who had lost her son, Lucas Starkovich, a year earlier in Baghdad.
She looked at me right in the eyes and said, gave me a card and said, "You don't have to open this now, but when you're ready, give me a call."
Henderson says when she was ready, she opened the letter. Over time, the two bonded over their experiences, becoming very close. Years later, the Ches Center opened up at U of I.
It's what this place is about, is, giving students and families the opportunity to rebuild their lives, to find meaning and purpose in their lives.
Around that time, Henderson took a tour of the brand new facility. She asked to see what they had for kids. At that point, all they had was the William and Jacqueline Shiner Child Playroom.
She brought me down here to this little room with a few toys. I said, "Oh, you know what you need." And it just clicked. You need a library for the kids.
I had the buy-in right away, is knowing that this center provides services not only to student veterans with disabilities, but also their dependents, meaning their spouse and or children.
The two men never met, but Henderson says before they were heroes, they were two kids who'd grown up through rough times. As children and soldiers fighting for freedom, they got theirs from reading.
It provided them freedom, and we want that same freedom for these kids. A place to go when life is getting you down and you're struggling, and you can do that through books.
Now, people around the country have donated nearly 500 books to the library so far. They're accepting children's books as well as toys, puzzles, anything that could be comforting to kids. They've got a wish list on Amazon that you'll find a link to on IllinoisHomepage.net. Aaron?
All right, a great way to honor them for sure. Luke, thank you so much. Now, the grand opening is just around the corner. The two mothers and the Ches Center will dedicate the Star Miller Library on Sunday. The ceremony will be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the center. Veterans and their families will be there, and anyone is invited.